If you love numismatics, or just love the thrill of finding treasure in your pocket change, the top 3 ultra-rare and most valuable Washington quarter dollars to look for your pocket change for more than millions of dollars. These quarters have captured the fascination of collectors worldwide. You could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Keep your eyes peeled. Imagine discovering a seemingly ordinary 1970-90 Washington quarter in your pocket change, only to realize it's a rare error coin worth thousands, or potentially even millions, of dollars. Such hidden treasures are out there, and in this video, we'll delve into the fascinating world of the 1970-90 Washington quarter, exploring its history, notable errors, and the staggering values these coins can command. Stay tuned, as you might just learn how to spot one of these valuable gems yourself. Notable errors and varieties. While the 1979D quarter is common in circulation, certain error varieties are highly sought after by collectors due to their rarity and unique characteristics. Some of the most significant errors include double die obverse DDO. One of the most coveted errors is the double die obverse, resulting from the die being struck twice at slightly different angles during the minting process. This causes noticeable doubling on the lettering and date. Only a handful of these have been authenticated, making them extremely rare and valuable. Repunched mint marks (RPM). Repunched mint marks occur when the mint mark is stamped more than once, leading to overlapping or misshapen marks. For the 1979D quarter, varieties such as D over D North, D over D South, and D over Sideways D are known. These errors are prized by collectors and can significantly increase a coin's value. Off-center strikes and broad strikes. Off-center strikes happen when the coin blank is misaligned during striking, resulting in a partial design. Broad strikes occur when the collar die is absent or improperly seated, causing the coin to expand beyond its standard diameter. Both errors are visually striking and can command substantial premiums. Valuation of the 1979D error quarters. The value of the 1979D Washington quarter depends on the type and severity of the error, as well as the coin's condition. Here's a breakdown of potential values. Double die obverse. Due to their extreme rarity, these can fetch impressive sums. For instance, a PCGS MS60 for example realized $12,000 at auction. Repunched mint marks. Depending on the prominence of the repunching and the coin's condition, values can range from around $50 for minor varieties to over $500 for dramatic examples. Off-center strikes. Coins with a 10% off-center strike might bring $100, while those with a 50% off-center error could be worth over $1,000. Broad strikes. Values range from $150 for minor errors to over $500 for more dramatic examples. It's important to note that, while these values are substantial, claims of 1979D quarters being worth millions are unsubstantiated. The highest recorded sale for a 1979D quarter is $1,078 for an MS67 graded coin. The 1983P Washington quarter, minted in Philadelphia, is a significant piece in American numismatics. It might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance. However, certain rare errors and high-grade specimens have elevated its status among collectors, making it a sought-after treasure. Notable errors and varieties. One of the most famous errors is the Spitting Eagle variety. Collectors highly prize this variety due to its distinctiveness and rarity. Value. Coins featuring the Spitting Eagle error can command significant premiums. For instance, a 1983P quarter with this variety graded MS66 by PCGS sold for $195 in 2018. Higher grade specimens can fetch even more. Double die obverse and reverse. Value. Some have been known to sell for several $100s. Off-center strikes and broad strikes. Value. Depending on the degree of the error and the coin's condition, these errors can increase the coin's value substantially, sometimes reaching into the high hundreds or low thousands of dollars. Overstruck on foreign plankets or tokens. In extremely rare cases, coins are struck on plankets intended for foreign coins or tokens. A notable example is a 1983P quarter overstruck on an amusement token, which sold for nearly $16,000 at auction. Condition and grading. The value of a 1983P Washington quarter is heavily influenced by its condition, assessed using the Sheldon coin grading scale, which ranges from 1 poor to 70 perfect mint state. Coins graded MS65 and above are considered gem quality and are highly sought after. MS65 gem uncirculated. Coins in this grade exhibit strong luster and minimal contact marks. They can be valued around $45 to $79. MS66 premium gem uncirculated. These coins have superior eye appeal with only minor imperfections. They can command prices upwards of $111. MS67 and higher superb gem uncirculated. Coins in this elite category are rare and exhibit exceptional quality. An MS671983P quarter has been sold for as much as $2,596.75 at auction. Record-breaking sales. The allure of the 1983P Washington quarter is evident in its record-breaking sales. In 2014, an MS65 graded 1983P quarter achieved an auction record of $15,863. More recently, in 2019, an MS67 graded coin sold for $465.30, reflecting the ongoing demand among collectors. Factors influencing value. Several factors contribute to the high value of certain 1983P Washington quarters. Rarity of errors. Unique errors like the spitting eagle or overstrikes on foreign plankets are rare, making them highly desirable. High-grade condition. Coins that have been well preserved with minimal wear and high visual appeal are scarce, especially for coins intended for circulation. Collector demand. The popularity of Washington quarters among numismatists drives up the value, particularly for rare varieties and high-grade specimens. That seemingly ordinary coin might be hiding a secret. Some 1966 Washington quarters are not only rare, they're worth hundreds, thousands, and even up to millions of dollars to the right collector. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1966 Washington quarter dollar, its history, the most valuable error varieties, how to spot them, and just how much they can fetch on the market today. History. To understand why some 1966 quarters are so valuable, we have to start with the basics. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It was intended to be a one-year commemorative coin, but the design proved so popular that it stuck around. Fast forward to the 1960s, a time of tremendous change in American coinage. The most valuable error varieties. Now let's talk money, because that's why we're here. What makes certain 1966 quarters worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? The answer lies in rare mint errors and varieties. Here are the most valuable ones to look for. 1966 double die obverse DDO. Value. In mint state, these coins can range from $500 to over $5,000 depending on the clarity of the doubling. 1966 off-center strike. Value. A 50% off-center strike can sell for $750 to over $3,000. 1966 wrong planchette error. Value. These oddities can bring in to $1,000 to $15,000 plus at auction, depending on weight, material, and condition. 1966 transitional error with silver composition. Value. If confirmed, this error can command over $100,000 to $250,000 in top condition. 1966 clipped planchette error. Value. These are relatively common, but can still fetch $100 to $1,000 depending on the severity and grade. How to identify a valuable 1966 quarter? If you're serious about coin hunting, it's time to put on your detective hat. Here's how to inspect your 1966 quarters. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to check for doubling in letters and numbers. Weigh your coin. A normal 1966 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. Anything closer to 6.25 grams could be a silver error. Check for off-center strikes and missing or misaligned elements. Listen for a ring. Silver coins sound different than clad. A high-pitched ring versus a dull thud. Examine the edges. A silver coin will not have the typical copper stripe on the edge. Record-breaking sales. The big numbers. Over the years, some 1966 Washington quarters with rare errors have broken records. A 1966 quarter struck on a silver planchette sold for $110,000 at auction in near-perfect condition. A double die obverse graded MS-67 fetched $5,500. A dramatic off-center quarter reached $3,000 to $150. These coins are not just pocket change, they are treasures hiding in plain sight.